You ready for Cluster 6? Welcome learners. Cluster 6, Qualification, National Certificate in Business Administration Services, Level 3. In this cluster, we maintain a booking system, plan and prepare meeting communications, coordinate meetings, minor events, and travel arrangements. A booking system is a system to track and record bookings that are made either for a resource that needs to be used and/or arrangements that are made. This can be in electronic or manual form. The process that generally will be followed will look as follows. We first check for availability. We complete the necessary documentation. We send the documentation to confirm the booking. We check that the booking has been made, and we occupy the venue. The tools we use to manage the system are diaries, as diaries are calendar type tools to keep track of times during the day, days of the week, months of the year, and ultimately years. Software applications like MS Outlook provide a valuable calendar tool to assist in managing and control book systems. As learnt, a booking system follows a procedure, and part of this procedure would be smaller processes that need to happen. This information may differ in different circumstances. However, some generic information is always applicable. In a business environment, let's say you're in charge of the boardroom on your floor and other employees need to book for meetings. The first step in making the booking is to check availability on request. If the venue is available, communicate that it is available. The requester confirms acceptance and communicates the time and/or you may need to request the time. Once the time has been confirmed, the request is accepted, then we collect other information like the name of the department, maybe the cost code where the costs need to be allocated against for financial purposes, the person booking the room, and confirm the time. Record the information in the diary on that specific date. This means that your booking system is being maintained and controlled. Let's just clarify the cost part. Even though this may be an internal venue for an organization, there are still costs that are incurred to hire the venue. The venue is cleaned by maybe that floor's cleaning staff, which need to get paid a salary. The procedure might state for all meetings in an organization, water, tea, coffee, and eats should be supplied throughout the day. This is all money. These costs will be virtual through the monetary system by deducting from the specific department's budget. As learnt in previous clusters, customer service in this regard becomes very important. Always try to accommodate your customer as much as possible or provide alternatives. In this scenario, did Julie meet John's needs? Yes, she did. The request to book a venue was promptly and sufficiently dealt with and a booking made, which was John's need. Meeting customer needs means providing adequate solutions to the problem. If you can't meet the requested need, look for alternatives. In this scenario, Julie doesn't meet John's needs. Neither does she provide alternatives because she simply says, no, sorry, doesn't even give him alternatives. This is bad and affects business relationships as well as company sustainability in terms of finances. The customer will be dissatisfied and even may not return. In the case of a business venue, this could frustrate employees, break down relationships, and ultimately also affect the business. Always look for ways of providing alternatives to assist the customer in meeting their initial need. In the scenario, Julie provides John with a solution. She says, no, sorry, but it is available on Monday from 9 a.m. If this did not meet John's needs, Julie could have looked for another alternative, maybe to look for another venue, and advise John to try another venue in the building. An efficient booking system today would be electronic. However, in all cases, everyone should be aware of the availability of the venue or venues. So in the case of a manual system, this will then just be communicated verbally and or using a memo. With electronic diaries today, it is very easy to keep everyone informed. Software applications like MS Outlook have functionalities to share calendars with everyone and in and around the organization. Now, instead of John having to make a phone call, he could just check the communication, either the electronic calendar, or reflect on communication received in whatever method to know whether it is available or not. He wouldn't need to sit and wonder. Because costs and or money is involved, it is important to ensure that customers are aware of the costs and that they will be charged if they don't arrive. Now, in the case of an accommodation and or conference establishment, this would seriously affect cash flow as the venue has been prepared. Cost incurred for request items such as eats, water, tea, coffee, preparation staff need to be paid, etc. Make sure to inform the customer of the procedure in case of a no-show. Promoting your company's venues, whether internally and or externally, is very important in ensuring repeat business. In Cluster 9, we discussed the importance of repeat business and promotion of goods and services. The fuller it stays, the more money comes in and the fuller the bank. The information sourced from external clients is a little more detailed than for internal customers. However, the first thing would be to check the availability, and once that aspect is established, you can move on to gather the information. And you will also need to be aware of the standard venue services that come with the venue, those that are included in the price, those that are additional, and other additional services. In the scenario for internal clients, there wasn't much of a need to communicate things like rates, facilities, additional services, payment methods, documentation, etc. because the scenario happened in the same business environment where both parties should be aware of the processes. In the case where it is an external customer, you would need to know and communicate these aspects to the client, things like the rates, the availability of services, what facilities they'll receive for the specific rate, the times, all services that are included in the price, payment methods, and documentation needed. So let's just take a recap on the differences between handling internal clients and external clients. So firstly, the process remains the same. We'll receive a request. This will be a face-to-face and or in writing. For an external client, it will be telephonic and in writing. Then we'll check availability. In internal, the relevant calendar for the venue is checked. In external, the same thing. Then, for taking and giving information is the biggest part where the differences occur. For an internal customer, it will probably only be necessary to take a cost center number and the layout of the venue. On an external customer, you would need the company name, the contact person, the payment method, give them the amount of deposit, the refreshments that are required, and or additional resources needed, dietary requirements, the layout of the venue, rates, deposits required, all that sort of information you would need to give to the external client. And then when the booking is confirmed, it will either be confirmed in writing and verbally on an internal case, and then external, written and telephonic. And that's a wrap for topic 1, cluster 6. A booking system is important to track, record and manage venue resources. Diaries are tools used to control and manage bookings. Internal and external bookings are done in the same manner, just that the information gathered or given is different in each situation. Customer service is very important to maintain customers and provide sustainable business. It is important to know everything that is included and or excluded when hiring out a venue.